What's up, guys? We're the R Buddies back for finally another Bugscast. I don't know what episode is this even.
Something like that.
I think it's 9. I think it's episode 9.
We did have one at Denny's. That was great. But anyway, we're joined here. I'm Log. Let's go around, introduce ourselves. We got some special honorary buds with us today as well. Let's go around and chat. Everyone, introduce yourself.
Heck yeah. What up, Unkeeves? Wins Hermes best player, wins best player. That's all you need to know, pretty much.
I'm Y Rebellion. I also am a Hermes enjoyer.
I'm JB. I am an anti-Tin enjoyer and used to be number 1 ranked in Clash.
Hell yeah.
You got me, Sylvie, the resident Dio player.
Clap.
And you got me, Log, the anti-ing guy. All right. Anyway, it's been a long time. I don't even remember what we even discussed in the last episode of the Bugscast, but we're now like 2 weeks into the live stream meta. I think there's some important stuff we got to cover here. Most importantly, Kissimmee happened 2 weeks ago. Amazing event. I wanted to start off by saying that was an amazing event. I had a great time there. Let's just talk about our experience. Talk about, I think most of us were in the tournament there. Just talk about our experience. Talk about what we feel about the live stream meta, all that stuff, and the overall vibes of the tournament.
I guess I'll start off. Honestly, going into the tournament, super confident. And I had a lot of fun, honestly, until like my last round. But like that's nothing to do with Kissimmee itself or the tournament. It was just the person I played against didn't have a lot of fun. But all around, I think the event ran kind of like semi-smoothly, except for the beginning of the day and stuff like that. But other than that, I felt no real issue.
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of fun. It was right here back in my backyard. I did not plan nor prep. All my prep was hours before the event in the lobby, before, during, and after the crash out. If you know, you know. I had a lot of fun though. I got my ass whooped. I'm gonna be real. I got fucked at this tournament. Not my best performance, but I still had a lot of fun. Just finally be able to meet you guys and just play Elestrals in front of real people instead of on webcam, which is so much great. It was just a blast. It was just have fun. Just finally being able to just like, I don't know, hop on Elestrals with some folks for real seas. Just throw down.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, you probably would have won your first 2 rounds if you had 20 spirits.
That is true. I forgot. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Playing at a handicap.
I really was for like 2 whole rounds. I guess I don't know. I was missing a whole Lycris, my main element spirit, and I was missing one. I'm like, what the fuck?
I want to go back to that though. The hotel testing was so fun. I remember we're like going through your bulk at like, I don't know, it was like 10 at night. We're like, we gotta build it. Hermes Abufen, best deck. This is it. This is the play. And I remember you guys were actually like playing a test match, and you just do the play. You cast like send carry on to the underworld, special cast a field, ascend over with Fin Dust, and it's just like, is that how it works? And Skyhawk is sitting right next to you guys. He's like, and then Nick comes over as well. It's just like, yeah, that's how it works. Like the 2 like main judges are just like, yeah, that's just how it works.
And I was like, you know what? Good enough for me. I'm gonna play this deck. That's why I'm gonna run for the whole tournament. That's all I need to see, most man.
Yeah, no, in theory, that deck is actually insane. We'll talk about that deck more later.
Oh, yeah,
because that's definitely one of my favorites coming out of this format. Anyone else want to mention anything about Kissimmee?
I would say my tournament run didn't do too well. I brought Anti-Tin because that was probably the most confident deck that I had played from Firestorm into Lightstream, and I thought just because with the new with the side nectars and the Artemis BTA, it made the suppression build a lot. The suppression build kind of a lot better, just being able to turbo out Anti-Tin turn 1. But my day was kind of already ruined when I got round 1 appeared in the Ari. I was just like, great.
Yeah. I also had a ton of fun. I couldn't play, but it was fun just chilling out. And then day 2, I was kind of managing the line for Dan and Shady. So I kind of just hung out with them all day, which is pretty funny. Overall, and I also got to do some spirit challenges, which was great. Got destroyed by Julian's lock list. Crazy list, by the way. Insane list.
Yeah, I experienced that in the last premiere. It's scary. It's scary.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, overall, and the deck to top the event, of course, being Lockagon, as we just mentioned. 2-time winner now, actually, winning the first 2 premieres. Could possibly triple crown. What's it? Next week is the next premiere.
That deck definitely did not win the premiere. Helios Chariot Red won the
That's
premiere.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty
Helios
fair.
Helios won the last 2 premieres.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, no, Lockagon having crazy plays right now. What I really do like Lockagon, I was getting destroyed in spirit challenges. I literally went to the shop and I was like, give me 2 Aphrodite starter decks. And I just built Lock on the spot. I was like going around. I was like, I need Tad Puffs. Anyone Tad Puffs? Like just going around. It was so funny. Literally after like the rounds, everyone was just like, you guys are all just crowding around me, talking about your matches. And I'm just like, I'm sleeping up Lock because I lost to both Dan and Shady with Titan, dude. Like I was mauling like that entire weekend. To go over how I lost to both Dan and Shady. I lost to Dan. When I went to his table, he looked at me. He's like, "Oh, I'm not playing my lunar build against this." He already knows what I'm on. He was like, "I'm swapping." He swaps to Phosphocell.
Hell yeah, dude.
Phosphocell Thunderstorm Bronto Glow combo, by the way. Like it's like 2 Brontos on the field. I had to spend a bunch of resources to clear that. And then he's like, all right, well, if you have it, you have it. He drops Anacell. I'm just like, uh-oh. Goes to Foss. Only thing I could do is daze it. And then I was like, all right. If he has it, he has it. I ascended to Varum and attempt to destroy Fossacell to go into Antitan. And he had a Gorgon's case. So that's how I lost to Dan. And then Shady. Shady's deck is evil, by the way. If you ever verse Shady's deck, evil, insane. It's just burn. His deck is just straight up burn. It literally felt like no board interaction. You just dropping birds because you drop a bird. Shady's Divine lets you disenchant 1 to burn your opponent for 2. Literally, I was sitting at 6 spirits. He's like, "Yeah, how much you got?" It's like 6. Okay, I'm gonna drop my Divine. I'm gonna drop Exaltair. Then Shady effect to burn 2. Nexus a win from Shady to Exaltair to burn for another 2. And he's like, okay, Eruption. I'm like, all right, yeah. Yeah. He's like, by the way, I have 2 more Eruptions in hand. I'm like, great, thanks for telling me.
You're never safe.
So if you ever verse him at an IRL tourney, good luck. I don't think Dan's like new lunar deck even lost. Like his,
I think it lost 1. I think it was against Steuben. Actually.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, his deck is evil, and now he's got a full Gorix as well.
Oh,
like they showed it off. We're gonna get to it later, but they just showed off. What's it? A Drive's Chant Full Gorix. It is literally just like Zeus's Volt Tempest.
Oh god.
Yeah. No, it's evil. It's actually evil. But anyway, that's kind of like the Kissimmee experience. It was great. If you guys have an opportunity to ever go out to an IRL Elestrals event, like one of these giant ones, like the Dallas or Kissimmee Open, please go. Worlds is happening soon. We don't know when exactly, but it's happening. Go to Worlds, get your qualification points, all that stuff. Anyway, live stream time. We're 2 weeks into the format, and we've already got a ban list as well. How are we feeling about the current state of live stream?
I wish we either got some reverse hits where stuff like came off, like, or we got more of like Earthquake and stuff, or we hit more things. I feel like we should have hit more things, but that's just my opinion on that.
No, I kind of agree. I was really hoping Smoking the Copium that Earthquake would finally come off the ban list. I feel like it's in a very good place to come off in the ban list, especially if we're going to be Turbo Man big dudes. Like, if we don't want to hit the things that are stopping the big dudes for coming out fast, fine, that's sure. Besides Helios, but like, then let's give us more removal. Give us the removal back, because that was the whole point of removing removals, because it was too slow to get a big dude. So when you finally get it, it felt good, and you just EQ'd it, and you felt bad. But now we're in a point where like, well, I can turn around and they big dude next turn. EQ doesn't feel as bad, and you still gotta force different spirits in your spirit deck anyways, because it's not omni, so it fills with the philosophy that they want to build around certain spirit runes going in certain decks. So but I think the hits were good. I'm a big Hurricane believer, so I don't think that card should have been hit, but I understand why. I mean, I understand why all the cards got hit, so it's not like I'm not really mad at why they're hit. I just wish we would have gotten, like you said, either harder hits, so like let's hit a little more things, or we're gonna give some things back off the list. Like I think Race to the Top can easily come off.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Race to the
for
Top
sure.
easily can come off. Like I don't even know why the card went on there in the first place. Like I said, EQ can come off.
I don't understand why they've been so slow at taking it off. I feel like it could have come off for like the past 2 lists, and they just aren't
It should have
doing
never even been on the like restricted list in the first place. I know we were talking
At the
about
time.
Lists. Yeah.
Yeah, no, at the time it definitely felt like Race should have been on the list, but yeah, no, Race is in like it's not even played anymore.
Exactly. And like we were talking earlier, like the third Vis can come back. Like we it doesn't matter. Like we're already turboing out like 2-3 drops on the second turn anyway. I'm sure the third Vis is not going to get me any more than the second Lockagon that's going to hit the board anything out, Mr. President. Like
I feel Lock should have been like the OG Lock should have been hit to 1 or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah. Here's what I'm thinking. Like part of the theory behind the deck list, the ban list. By the way, I should have also mentioned for those who aren't aware, ban list dropped as of today of the recording, October 15th. The bans were Rise from the Ashes, Helios' Chariot Ride, and Hurricane. What I feel like the reasoning behind this ban list is kind of hitting more problematic cards that just messed up with interactions. They did say as well, I think there's a December ban list also coming out.
Yep.
So what I'm thinking now, there's also like at this moment there are people who don't even have Livestream in hand yet.
Still?
Shop Wars haven't fully, like, if you're a Kissimmee player, you got your stuff. Like you're set. If you've been to Kissimmee, you've got your stuff. You got enough product already. But there are people who still haven't received it. I haven't received my shop order yet. I have my shipping notification, but I still haven't received. But that's still, it's like, what I'm also theorizing is they want the format to develop a little bit and rather just start hitting these decks already when people don't even have product in hand. Like, imagine just being like, oh, I love Lockagon. I'm going to go full in on this Lockagon list. Imagine Lockagon just, like, I don't know, getting limited, like, before you even get product in hand. Like, that would feel really bad from a player perspective.
And just for
yeah.
as well. You know, like, damn, I just spent like $120 buying 3 starter decks, and it's like, oh, damn. Now I can't
don't even get to play them.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely feel like some stuff. We're at a point that I feel like December might be a huge list. I have some theories on what could be hit as well. At least in this state, I think we can all agree the Tads put them to 1, both of them.
Yeah.
Very good for their respective decks. Also agreed. Vis can go back to 3. No, barely anybody's playing Vis at this moment. I mean, like, unless you're like an Earth list, like, you're on Vis. Like, that's just a thing.
There's just too much actual good interaction now with live stream. Like, if you look at it, like, especially the solar list, it has a lot of just good interaction for it.
Yeah.
And there's not much you can do about it now. So you just kind of, this is not as strong as it used to be, honestly.
Yeah, there's a lot fewer just like things below 5 that are sticking around on board. Into Lockagon, it's all 5. So what are you going to do? Crash with a Lockagon and then get a Vis in defense? Don't really care. The solar deck just puts up things that are bigger than 5 or 5s in defense, where Vis isn't doing anything either. So you really need like some way to buff it up to do anything, in my opinion. So like, you can't just flash it as a good stuff card anymore.
Yeah.
No.
Like, I know. Go ahead.
Oh, I was like, even then, like, you have the entire like kind of Dio core with Cyprong, where it's like, oh, you have a Vis, Cyprong, Dio, Pop, Days Pop. Five, the Fives kind of deck has kind of been a little creeped out just because of Cyprong itself, in terms of just limiting, being able to just hard stop it, being like, oh, you have a 5, I'll Daze it, and then pop it. Or some just funny interactions I've had with the Dio list was like, you set a Cyprong down, you have a Jataya in hand, you just like Jataya, daze the Cyprong, pop a dude, and then play Dio to then just enrage and just go straight into Lotagon.
Yeah, there's also a point in time where I was like testing with Coder, like, and he was like, if you open like Madness plus Vis, even like normally you'd be like, oh, I'm just gonna expend a draw because Vis isn't a good just like normal drop. Like playing Vis down and then setting Madness and passing is like fucking insane now, because it's almost essentially just a free KO with this.
Yeah, one thing that I think is really interesting, I think partially to do with that interaction, is the fact that in the top decks, Rabbit has all but disappeared this format. Like, previous staple in every deck, and now I didn't fully check all the top 8 decks from the last Premiere or Kisame, but a lot of decks were just opting to cut it entirely.
So
I think the only deck that had it was the Brontoglobe, Cthulhu's Brontoglobe, which made top 16, just because it's a natural thunder.
Well, in specifically top 8, there wasn't any in the Hermes list that we had. It wasn't in Julian's, wasn't in Solar's, and it wasn't in the Dio list that was being played. So that's at least 4 of those decks. It definitely was not in fucking it wasn't definitely in any of these, for sure. Like, besides, like, yeah, no, even then. So, like, Hermes top 8, we had 1 Dio, and then we had 2 locks, 1 fire list, but that was like a burn. We had a Blistrix Iwooly, and then the rest were solar. So none of those lists are playing Rabbit.
Big sad. I miss Rabbit.
I don't. That card can go.
That's
good. Glad it got outclassed.
I'm gonna just keep putting rabbits in my decks, and when I'm at top 8, y'all see rabbit in there and be like, yeah, there's a pattern here. Y'all not speaking.
I think one of my favorite things to come out of the live stream format, at least I was kind of hyping up this card and then realizing this card is pretty terrible. And now it's just popping up for some reason. Hopperu. Like Hopperu. Hopperu. It was one of the top played Elestrals from the last Premiere. Like, I saw that and I was like, are we seeing the same stats?
It just feels fucking terrible to sit there and like either PTA or like Gorgon's Gaze or shield a fucking Hopperu. It just feels so fucking bad.
Yeah, and I see some use of it. With the big thing coming out of this format is just decks are just burning themselves out, like getting these giant combos just to drop tiny little bug guy. If you got 0 spirits left, go direct at main. I don't care about your big guy in front of me. You're taking this hit, and you're
eating that shit to the face.
Yeah,
exactly.
And like it also just searches like all these good cards we're talking about as well. Like gets Earthquake that we're talking about.
You can get your Madness. You can get your
Madness, yeah.
Any of your Divines, Demeter, Dino, Plat, if you wanted to. Like just whatever card you really want.
I was some of the bug Discord was having a discussion about it. Because a lot of the Antian players are opting to have Hopperu in main. And I think I mentioned Sunflower. Shout out to Sunflower, Celestial Realms, getting top 16 with Antian at Kissimmee. Ran Hopperu in main and got top 16 with it, which was great. And I was like trying to get their thoughts on it, and they're like, I don't have my feelings. Like, I don't know my feelings about this card yet. I gotta play more. I'll let you know. Week later, I got a message from them in DM saying, "Yeah, Hopper is a terrible card. Don't play this."
Look at them now.
But one of the discussions that we decided, and I might try a little bit. I'm gonna test a little bit. For those who aren't aware, at Kissimmee, I got a trade, and I'm now the proud owner of number 69 Hopperu. So I kind of have to play it now. But we were saying that it might just be a sideboard option now.
What would you sideboard it into?
So pretty much the idea is we have Wales in main, and I don't know why we would switch out Wales, but if we were to, if we're going for a matchup that we're actually going first in, we would side in Hopperu. Because like the main issue of Hopperu is you lose tempo because you're not interacting with board. So say going first, dropping Hopperu, and just having that out in the field. Opponent's either responding, you either going to keep it alive or stuff. Your opponent's going to want to do something against it. And then the next turn, you just start attacking with it, get some stuff going. I think there's use cases for Hopperu, but I'm still not fully convinced on this card yet.
I think it's interesting. One theory that I have that I want to test out is I think it might be quite good in conjunction with new Cyanectar. Because if you go Cyanectar turn 1, set PTA, you're able to get control of the board really well. Mm-hmm. And if they don't have a way to out the Cyanectar and you just drop a Hopperu on the next turn, suddenly you're pushing 2 points of damage, you're potentially getting another card, and it's just a really good follow-up to that type of like tempo play. And so I could see that being like a really nice use case for the card, especially going first to just like solidify a really good tempo board state.
Yeah. And speaking of, Cyanectar, I think was the most played card in the last premiere, Elestral wise. Card is good.
Card is good.
I've been saying this, and I will always say this. That in combination with Artemis Arrow single-handedly saved Antian.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Like, I very much am enjoying like the interaction where you can go, oh, you open like Dio Cyanectar, but you have no countering. You're like, okay, cool, I'm gonna keep this as my opening hand. You go Cyanectar, search PTA, Dio daze him, search another PTA.
Yeah,
shit's insane.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the? Oh, sorry, you're good.
No, I was just saying it was a little piggyback on the ban list because I was saying like PTA could be like a great tool to like go ahead and start utilizing to ban the Omni runes because like it's so searchable now, right? Like you can get a PTA whenever you want, so why not go ahead and start limiting it to 2, just so that way you can test out like the Omni rune removal and go ahead and start fleshing that out. And I'm hoping they'll do that in the next ban list, but we'll see. But either way, it's still insane. Like it's crazy because no one's really playing PTA in like Firestorm format because everyone's like on 3 shield, 3 Gorgons, maybe PTA, but they rather have other stuff. And now PTA is like back
because it wasn't that good in the format then, because unlike in livestream format, everything just gets spammed out, so shield just feels terrible because you have another big thing that's beating into you. While with Firestorm format, it was like that your back row is more than likely getting destroyed, so there's no real point to hitting the one combos piece, especially for bears. It was like, oh, I'm gonna like PTA and Ursicle, and then it's like, oh, my shit gets popped anyway. It's like there's no fucking point to it.
Yeah. But yeah, again, Cyanectar, I do think it's an amazing card. I was gonna mention the match we had at Kissimmee, Sylvie, where pretty much for our audience, just to summarize, we had it was turn 3 of the game, or turn 4. We have searched out every single PTA in our deck, and we run. So I was on Antian, Sylvie was on Dionysus. Pretty much where we started, like where I started to realize is I wanted to keep, so I like started with Cyanectar just to get Artemis Arrow in case I had like Bud combo pop up or something. It's fun testing, and it doesn't matter. Sean also dropped it, search Artemis Arrow, and used it and tried to swing over my Cyanectar. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna Dionysus Madness and daze it. It was like, okay, I'm gonna search for then I'm gonna search for PTA. And then pretty much in response, then I dropped another Cyanectar, tried to swing over and I got dazed. And so now I'm searching for another PTA. This just went on. We literally searched out. It got to the point I think I dropped the third Cyan Nectar, and I'm like, all right, whiff search. Just leave it on board. It's great. I think the interaction with that card is so fun. But yeah, moving on, I think we can time to start talking about other decks. I think we mentioned a lot about Lockagon. I think we had a little mention Blizz becoming a lot more insane now. With the eye woolly package.
Blizz that's insane. It was eye woolly. That's insane.
Eye woolly, yeah.
Yeah.
Eye woolly and Tad Flow finally getting play. Like, I was a believer of that card. I love Tad Flow. It's just no good, Frost stuff to go into. Now we got Eye Woolly, and that card's just kind of cracked.
Just gaze the Tad Flow. That's all you gotta do, bro. Boom, problem solved. Just open with gaze. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
The problem now is they also have Blizzard Whiteout to just encourage that play. So it's you try doing that, and they say no.
This is why we play Fire and we play Chains of Prometheus.
No.
Honestly.
Why did they ban Chariot? We have Chains. What do you mean?
True.
Just Prometheus to heal it.
Guys, Divine Blessing might be back.
It was always here. People just didn't understand like how goated that card is.
I played that shit in Dallas. The amount of times I fucking Divine Healing to fucking Divine Blessing a Hurricane.
Exactly, bro.
Love that shit.
Oh my gosh, was that when Hurricane was at 3?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
In one turn, I Divine Healinged a Ambro and Spoiled Fruit in an Ambro because they tried to double Ambro, and I was like, no.
Oh.
Yeah. Other lists to talk about. I think we mentioned it before, but kind of got a little hit, but does it really matter? Solar. Their main hit just being Rise because Solar Burst, discard Celestlio, and then Rise Celestlio on the field. Kind of got a big hit, but like the main thing that was shown in all of these stream premiere matches is all these Solar lists lost to Helios Chariot Ride. Yeah. And now that Chariot Ride's gone, Solar's in a really good spot now. It doesn't matter if Rise is gone. You still got Solar Burst. You still got Nova Core. You still got Corvashine. You still got your good stuff in that deck.
Yeah, the Solar deck is also just really consistent with all of the Foretells, a lot more than some of the other decks. So when it's not getting hit by Chariot Ride and can just do its game plan, it's really strong. I think it's personally, I think that deck is pretty interesting. I think it is probably a bit too strong, but I think in terms of like game plan decks that we haven't really seen that much of before in Elestrals, I think that it is a cool, different take on the game, and I hope that it sticks around in some capacity. If it doesn't, even if it takes some hits on the next ban list.
Personal opinion,
cool.
I do think I'm not a fan. I mean, I think it's a great card. I hate Nova Core. That card scares me. So like, you're telling me this thing just goes on the field, doesn't target, by the way, just destroys a card. So that just happens, and it's now 6/8. Like, it's like, oh, what you gonna do? Shield it? Okay. Like,
just cast Hermes' Trickery and make them pop their own Nova Core. It's
true. Actually, speaking of, I do actually want to get to that. And now that you're here, feel free. Let's talk about some Hermes stuff. Because I think Hermes is cooking this set. You got top 8 this premiere with Hermes. Talk about it. How you feel about the deck right now?
Yeah, so I think that Hermes is very underrepresented for how good I think the deck is. I don't know if it's quite like top tier like Lock or Solar, but I think that it is a really solid deck. I think Aviolith like plugs a lot of the holes that the deck had in the previous format, where it's like, okay, now you no longer have to play Divine Healing because you can send Aviolith, get multiple sends off of your Hermes. So that opens up more deck slots. Every additional copy of Hermes now also just has a use by sending an Aviolith and loading up your other Hermes to keep making plays throughout the course of the game. And I think that it plays on an axis that is really is in a really good spot right now of being able to answer the threats that your opponents are putting down basically whenever you want. If you have Hermes, you have access to essentially Earthquake with Carry Off, or Spinosect by sending Carry On, healing, as well as just like ascending Spinosect from your hand, or going to a one card Spinosect from Spinip. So there's so many removal tools in this deck. And I think especially into things like Lock and Solar that kind of ask you to have answers every turn or else they start snowballing. It's in a very good position to be able to have enough answers to what those decks are trying to do. So I think that it is currently being underplayed compared to how good it actually is.
I think the big thing about the deck as well, that deck heals. And especially in the format where people are lowering their Ambro amounts, this is the new heal deck of the format, pretty much. Hermes Habufin is just a new heal deck. Because, I don't know, you healed all of your Spirit deck in one move. I do think that deck is just so good. I just think all the stuff in that deck just flows. You have a reason to play literally anything in that deck. I don't know, send Aviolith to just start. Was it you can Hermes effect, send Aviolith, and you heal off that, right? If I'm getting that correct, yeah, which is crazy.
It's three fucking mulligans, man.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can. The amount of times when I was in Kissimmee and I just said, I mulligan 4 times in one game, and then I just healed the Aviolith effect twice, and I just got all my mulligans back, and I'm back to playing the game, and I'm just chilling. It's insane. I agree with a lot of the takes of Rivalry saying like it's like a removal deck, low key. Like Spinosect and just Carry Off is crazy in itself. Just being able to say I'm going to non-target it, bounce your guy back to hand, or I'm going to just freely with Hermes on field anytime I want to just pop your guy with Carry Off. It's really crazy, and it can do a lot of things. I think the problem with the deck it doesn't have like a lot of good offensive tools. It's very like kind of slow. Like it's like I'm going to play at like a very slow pace. I'm not going to be aggressive in your face because a lot of the guys aren't really strong. None of them have above like a 5 attack. If you have like Swordlet and Spinosect, everything else just has like a fat booty of like Findust or like Spinosect with a 7. So it can be like you're feeling like playing on the defense a lot, which is what I felt like when I was playing in Kissimmee with the deck. But that was just my personal thoughts on like how Harmony is. The Trickery is just the most broken card of the format.
Yeah.
If you know how
Trickery's
to
crazy.
use, if you really know how to use Trickery and like the plays you can really do with this card's fucking stuffed. It's insane. It's broken. It's actually legitimately broken.
Yeah, I was in my premier run. I was playing in a Hermes mirror, and I sent Carry On with Hermes effect, ascend into Spinosect, declare the effect of Spinosect. My opponent chains Gorgon's Gaze. At that point, I changed Trickery, which actually allows you to dodge the negation effect from Gorgon's Gaze.
Yep.
So I like confirm with my opponent. It's like, okay, this is resolving, and then I tell them what's happening, and we call a judge, and it's like, yep, that's what's happening. Your 2-drop's going back to hand, and you've wasted your Gorgon's Gaze, and you're getting hit for 2. So it's like that card just does so many things for the deck, and like knowing how to use Trickery to navigate different board states is really important to that deck being able to succeed.
Yeah, it's like it feels like Trickery is what the deck is based around. It's not even really Hermes itself, but Trickery itself is what is because you're always having the guys you want in your underworld and the guys you want in the field, so you just can swap out the guys you need, and it can really just like change the board state where your opponent's just looking like, I guess that works, yeah, sure, and then they're confused for the rest of the game, like, can I check your underworld? And then they gotta like check to see like what all plays can you do. You got like 5 different plays, and you're like, I don't know how to play around it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I had a funny build in Firestorm around Hermes where it played Zephyrog. Because you could go Zephyrog's direct hit, hand rip, Hermes Trickery, the other Zephyrog, do it again.
Yeah.
Dude, the amount of times
hit 4, hand rip 2.
Spinosec into Trickery into Spinosec, if they just gaze it, it's just crazy because it's just like I'm gonna bounce either way. Yeah, it's crazy.
But moving on, I do think Hermes is just really good. Having more of a like kind of a control tricky based deck. Like don't really know what's even gonna happen at that point. But another deck that I feel like is also kind of I don't know if I would say like anti meta, but Krakatuga. Having some really nice play. The new fire the thumbs down is crazy. The new fire artifacts with Krakatuga. I think that deck is very underrated as well. I just think it's at this point, people are just playing Blizz, people are playing Solar, people are playing Lock. And I also think that Krakatuga, I think Krakatuga got like top 4 at this past premiere, right? Or was that
Definitely
at
got top
Kissimmee?
8.
Yeah, it got top eight.
Yeah.
I know
It got top.
It got top
It
four.
got
Top
third
4.
place. It got third place.
that.
Okay.
I have it
Yeah.
pulled up here.
But I think that deck is kind of wild now. Searchable Eruption, which we got our opinions on Eruption. Special
Eruption
Ascend
haters in
into
here.
Krakatuga now, and Krakatuga has another built-in Eruption in that deck. That deck is just, I feel like it's just gonna punish these like hard combo decks that we see today. I was playing the Spirit Challenges, and I versed I think is Jamar. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna play around. Like, okay, I dropped this guy, no backboard, and they're all like, all right, I'm punishing the hell out of you for this, and I lost 9 spirits that turn. Like it cooks. The deck cooks. I haven't seen a whole lot on that deck. I don't know if it's just more of a consistency thing or more just the deck just gets out tempoed right now. I don't know the state of fire artifacts at this point. But I do feel like it's a kind of an underrated threat that we could see rise up more with this new ban list going in.
I had a deck in Firestorm which kind of it was Krakatuga, but it was Krakatuga stall because it ran Harpy and Fun Guide and Follow the Wisp, where you just stall to get to Krakatuga. But now I feel like that deck might be even more insane because you played old Smeltuga to find stuff, but now you can just go new Smeltuga, get into Krakatuga, burn, and
Yeah.
then your opponent still can't attack you because you have Harpy and you have like 2 Harpies or 2 Fun Guides on the board, just board
Yeah.
walking.
Yeah, the good old attack lock deck. But moving on from this, I think it's time to more talk about the realm of Frost. Most importantly, talk about an interesting deck. Imperawatt getting top 8 at Kissimmee.
Oh yes. Oh my god, that irritated me.
do we have a list
Frost
pulled
with
up
the
for that?
payoff.
Because
I will pull it up. That shit pisses
Yeah.
me
Like,
off.
I was like, what does this? I was talking to staff. I was like, dude, what does this even do? And they're like, yeah, it's board wipe. I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
Okay, so the list was real fucking dumb. It was a singular Imperawatt, but the whole point of the deck was to like turbo out everything Morfrost.
Okay, and just special send like all of them into Imperawatt and just destroy the field.
Yeah, it's a single Imperawatt, and then it plays 1 Infrostix, 2 Ice Age, 2 Keone, 2 A-Bomb, 3 Bat, 3 Chimera, 3 Lycan, 3 Scorpion, 2 of Keone's Ursicle, 3 Ambro, 3 Gorgons, 2 Nog, a singular P-Box in main, 2 PTA, a Resting, 3 Shield, and 3 Cryoblast.
Yeah, that deck
Sounds like it cooked.
Yeah, that's kind of fun. I'm glad a deck like that can just hit top 8. I'm hoping we see more versions of it. But more in that field, talk about Morfrost. Kind of I don't know how to say it. Is Morfrost a feels bad right now?
I don't think so. I think you just have to draw like the exact cards.
Okay.
For it to work.
So it's a consistency issue. That's why I'm
It's
here.
your local legends deck. That's all it is.
Okay.
Now.
Yeah.
All right.
It is the legends that you hear at your locals, but when someone brings it to like a YCS or something, it will not perform because people are actually playing real cards.
What do you mean? It should cook my ass in round 8.
It's so funny. With this like banlist prediction, my entire bit is just saying like Morfrost is getting banned, guys. We're getting rid of it finally. And everyone's just like, oh my gosh, I love Morfrost. And then I just send a picture of Nobby. I'm like, what's your whiteout gonna do? It ain't gonna do anything.
True.
It's still one of my favorite interactions that Nobby just avoids whiteout because it doesn't target. So I just love Nobby against Morfrost because it just clears. It clears board.
Morfrost clears, bro. Spectarius eats Morfrost's lunch.
True.
Days, bro.
True.
Solar with non-targeting just eats whiteout. Goes, oh nice.
Oh yeah.
Nice like
Yeah.
whiteout you search with Brummelinks. So anyways, Novacore.
Bro, Spinosec, Bouncer Guy, non-targeting, trickery into other Spinosec, Bouncer Guy, non-targeting, easy.
I think my favorite part of testing, like playing against Frost decks, was just whenever I do something, my opponent's like, "Hey, does that target?" I'm like, "No." It's just like, "Yeah, it's good. It's good."
You always knew when they had it. Like all the Frost players that played it at Kissimmee, they always ask, "Is that target?" I'm like,
Target?
"No." They're like, "Oh, okay, cool. Just checking." You're like, "Yeah, I bet you are."
I wonder why you're asking that question.
I wonder why.
And another deck that I think it might see. I don't know. I don't think people are playing it enough. I have mixed feelings on the deck. Shout out to the mushrooms of Brontaglow, Thunderstorm. When it works, that deck is scary.
I think that deck slaps. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but only when it
Insane.
works. When it wants to work. I've faced Dan, and in one turn he just double Brontos on the field. I'm just like, oh, okay, great. Like, and Thunderstorm Supercell is just healing him, and I'm just, yeah, great, awesome. I love this. And then like any other games I play with him, I just out tempo the deck because they can't draw the stuff they need. Like, I have mixed feelings on this deck. I think Swole was talking about. I think Swole's a believer of the Thunderstorm deck. I don't know. What's your guys' thoughts on it?
I'm 100% a believer because after the premiere event the webcam premiere event, me and Mr. Payphone, who got top 32 at Kissimmee, we would test in after the event, and I decided to build the Brontico list, and he was testing out of course Lockagon list, Julius Lockagon list, and I just built it, no side deck, no anything. I have this. I think we played like 9 games. I took about 6 of them against it, and every time I won, he would side in, and the next game I would win. Just go like Brontaglow burn. This is actually an 11 because there's 2 Brontaglows and a Funglow on the board, and then all just because I don't know. It's gonna be interesting now that Hurricane's gone because like the biggest thing is like holding out back because everyone's probably could go like set 4 pass again, but there was so many times where I ran the likable package, and so deck thinning like 6 cards really improves the quality of the deck in terms of not like whiffing because you're deck thinning so much, so you'll hit what you want to see.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like a lot of problems with these decks that are like when they hit, they feel good, right? When they don't, and that's like where the new solar decks are kind of feeling a little bit better because like foretelling 7's kind of crazy because you're pretty much always guaranteed to hit the card you want to hit. You're doing 7 cards deep in your deck. That's almost like 10% of your deck or whatever the math is. But it's like it's crazy. Whereas like these other decks, you gotta kind of like find the tools that are gonna help you thin out your deck so that way your deck can work properly. That's why I like the Thunder deck. Like it's cool. I like it. I think it can prosper if it gets going. Like if your gas is on fire, then go for it. If it's not, then it's just like, well, I have all these Bronziclows in my hand, but no thunderstorms. How do I solve my problem here?
For at least my matchups in Kissimmee, I went 2-1 against Locke, and I kind of felt Locke was the same way. That like if you didn't draw the exact cards and you're able to just hold them out, like you won the game.
Yeah.
I feel like the difference with Locke is that like Champ Foamy is just the one card that does it all. So it's like it feels a bit more consistent that way, because if they just see that one card, then they at least have the majority of their game plan online.
Yeah.
Even if they don't, it's like with the Afro stuff, it's like they have consistent beaters that they can just throw down and be like, okay, I'll throw Magneros, grab Afros, throw Afros down that, set one, now I got 2 5s and at least one back row to back it up. So it's like,
Julian's list was not on the Afros package.
Yeah, I think Bose was, though, if I'm correct. She was running the Afros package. Ikasimi.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was.
Yes.
She was also on base set Afros, which I ruined with T-Fry. T-Fry was convincing me on that card. I'm like, I don't know. It's just, he's like, no, you don't understand.
Bro, I don't
this
know.
Card's a 5/4 that draws. I'm just like,
baited the fuck out of Payphone because
I'm not
like,
gonna pro. It was baiting me,
and then he fucking played it at the most recent period. He goes, "Yo, this card's ass." Like, he fucking hated it.
No, because like Ikasimi though, he was like smoking me after like the event. Like he threw Afros in there like base set, and he kept smoking me with the Hooboof. I was like, bro, like he keeps getting resources, and I can't stop this fucking fish because it's goddamn 5. Like what the fuck? But like, I didn't believe that card was good, but I don't know. Someone made it work, so there's something there, I guess.
I remember with lock stuff. I think this was kind of similar to Julian's list before Julian like actually just wins and shows off the list. Like I like come back from dinner to my Airbnb stay, and like Christoph and my friend Xenoshin, they were just playing games. They're like, Log, you don't understand. You play 3 of each lock in this deck. It's insane. We don't care about Afros anymore. That card's terrible. You play 3 locks. You play 6 in total. You just find them. And I'm just like, all right, let me see some gameplay. Chris is like, yeah, give me the deck. He plays it, completely bricks. He's like, dude, this is the worst deck ever. And then Julian just goes and wins with the deck with a similar build. It's so funny.
You know what's fucking insane? I'm looking at Bean's list right now. He didn't play Ambrosia in it at all because the fucking the Guardian Light just fucking does everything.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yep.
An
Crazy card, by the way.
I've ended up into Solar a few times because they don't play Ambro. Is just sitting on board saying, you don't have enough spirits to actually go into Celestial? I'm just not going to attack you until I can beat the Guardian of Light.
Yeah.
Completely fair, honestly.
Yeah.
But one last deck I want to move on to that I don't think has gotten enough love. I know people were talking about this deck. I think some people were actually kind of wanting to dooming on this deck like a tad bit, but I don't know. It's kind of gotten just forgotten, and that's Theraheart Control.
Mm-hmm. Chris whooped my ass first round with that deck, bro. I was like, I can't kill the damn deer, right? He's just got every counter rune. I'm like,
dude, I was playing Chris's list on Friday. That list felt so. He was on double moose. On both of them.
Dude, I don't even think
you're on both of them.
I don't even think
he was like, I ain't running Ambro.
If I'm being honest, you can just play Theraheart and that deck just
I agree with that. I think
gets so much better.
Probably a bait.
Moose is a bait. You just play Theraheart and you play like 2 of like the Dead Shots, the Rise from Shadows, whatever. If you want Dead's Fog, sure. Full Moon, sure. For some puppies, you're running the puppies in there.
I just think you run like 3/3. Rise and Deadshot. Max out Artemis. Doesn't matter because Fawnlet's actually a playable card now. Yeah. Because it searches out both Artemis and Theraheart.
That card is the build of the deck.
Gets so much better with Hurricane gone.
Oh my gosh, yeah. No, I do love that deck, and I think it can actually. I hope that deck gets at least top 8. And I'm open. All right, chat. Why am I saying chat like I'm streaming? Audience. If you're hearing this, that's your sign to play Theraheart Control in this upcoming premiere. Let's just meta manipulate. Everyone's gonna be playing Theraheart Control. Actually, it'd be really funny just to see that as like one of the most played decks. I think it can cook.
I mean, it has great tools, right? You can run Spectaris in there for free, right? You can run Navi if you want there. You can run Like a Void if you want to. Like, it's
run
just, like,
run the Cyanectors as well.
the
Run.
Cyanarcures if you want to. You can find the
I
poison tips for the Artemises if you wanted to. Like you can, that deck can kind of do whatever it wants. Just throw in whatever package you want in there.
Yeah,
That deck
I
can
actually
perform,
Yeah.
think I actually think Chris's list ran what's it? Escape from Tartarus, like a void.
I don't.
For
I
the
don't know.
for the point that it suppresses and gets stuff. I don't think it was as consistent, but I definitely think like if you're playing a Theraheart control, just run what's in Moonrise like a void in there.
Yeah.
Just get more damage
Yeah.
in. I play as many full moons as you want. They're searchable.
Yeah, you can even do dense fog and run the Toxeri package if you want, because now you can search it. You can search the dense
Yeah.
fog, so it's like
Yeah, and if you want to have some fun, all I'm gonna say is, what's the card? Play Gambit.
Again.
No.
I
One
wasn't fully
Parageist.
sold on Gambit, and then someone was like, this is an activate main, right? I'm like, wait a second, it's not. I thought it was on cast for the longest time. I was like, wait, so this is just a 4/4 with just an activate main that can ultimately either win you or lose you the game. This card's awesome.
I won a game because of that, because my opponent didn't realize it was on main and they forgot to do it on their turn, and they're like,
no.
oh yeah, that's silly of me, and I popped this guy and I swung in and he was like, damn, I could have had a chance to pop your guy. I was like, yeah, dummy, read your cards.
Yeah.
Did you also say that you had a game where your opponent's like, oh, Gambit target Aviolith? Oh, he failed the coin flip. You heal 2. Then he did it the next turn, killed it. You're like, okay, I heal 4 anyway.
Exactly. It's like, thanks.
All right. I think I actually forgot to talk about Antitan this
Bro.
episode, guys.
Just play it. That's all you need to know.
No,
Yeah,
never.
just play it.
Just play
Antitan good. I think the actual build for Antitan right now, you just play the Rise Nobby Doppel build. If you're thinking about playing it, I think Antitan's in a bit of a tier 2 situation right now. It just kind of feels like you either just get the Arbud Artemis Arrow combo and you either get the Antitan or you don't. You get Gaze and you're now severely behind. Or you just have some fun with the Rise from the Shadow stuff. But I definitely do think that deck's in a more interesting spot now in this format. But moving on, last thing we want to mention, we have a new Kickstarter out. We're not sponsored, by the way, but hey, Elestrals,
Elestral sponsor us.
if you want
Yo.
to, hey, we'll talk about your game even more. But yeah, Elestrals Awakened out on Kickstarter right now. Game is almost fully funded. We're about 48K away. Got some really interesting stuff going in. Pretty crazy reveals as well. One of the main things they showed off is the Awakened forms, which showing off Awakened Pantera from the trailers, and as like kind of the flagship mascot for this game as the big boss. But a little thing I want to mention that it's on their Kickstarter page if you want to go and read that. But it mentions that this is a transcendent state of either spirits or Elestrals. They kind of just shadow drop that, hey, spirits can also have awakened forms as well.
Yeah.
So what does that mean for the TCG?
People have always wanted like them to do some of the spirits, because like technically like the spirits have like whatever to call it at the bottom where you can like search different like clans or whatever, like the Ursa Bears or whatever, like spirits have them.
Yeah.
So like technically if you want to like go into your like, I don't know, underworld and search for like this specific like spirit, because technically it is the card you're looking for, you can like do something like that or something. But
all I'm saying is give us Awakened Teratlis. Teratlis, if you want to go check your cards right now, Teratlis is a bug, so potential Antitan buff. Potential.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, that was really interesting. And we also got 2 Elestral reveals as well. Shady Penguin's main guy actually getting a name now, being Lava Waddle. Lava Oddle. I'm like Lavaddle, dude. I can't pronounce this thing for the life of me. being what we can presume to be a Nexus form of Snowwaddle, being a little firebird. Which, by the way, if you guys haven't read Shady's champ already, that card is stupid. Not only searches, but also just says, hey, I could just special ascend now into an avian. So you just special ascend to Draco Ray, heal, and burn your opponent for 2. So, yeah, kind of crazy. And the Omnilith, which I think was teased on... was it showed off? I think it was showed off on like Coder's Divine, right?
Yeah. Coder's not his Divine, but his
Or
the newest one he got.
Yeah.
His book?
His artifact,
yeah. Yeah, his artifact. Yeah, it's in the book.
Yeah,
I think it was shown there. Like when arts went out, everyone's like, hey, what's that guy? But now we're getting official confirmation that his name is Omnilith. Pretty cool.
I'll be interested
also
to see what they do
adorable
with the
guy.
first,
I love him.
The first colorless Elestral.
I think what he's gonna be is like a 1-drop that's like really weak, but like searches a lith to make like monarchs kind of thing in Elestrals, like its own deck, like how Swole tried to originally, but like actually make it its own thing with Omnilith. I feel like that's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah,
that would be cool. That would be cool.
Also, while we're at the Kickstarter, if you guys haven't seen the Divine, Divine Healing. That's the card, right? Yeah, the Divine Healing of Shady and Dan. Insane art. That art is so crazy.
Oh yeah.
They're like dapping up and shit. Just
yeah. But lastly, before we end here, they do have the Kickstarter has stretch goals, and one of the main goals we're trying to get right now, of course, is to be fully funded. But if we get fully funded, we get a new Elestral reveal, and they, if you guys haven't, they sent out a little project update last night, and they showed a little picture of what the community is saying could officially be Dougie. Dougie was a little meme that went a while back. I think it was MBT who tweeted out, but the picture looks like a Nexus form of Eddie, so this might be Dougie. The picture went out in the Discord last night, and that's what the community is saying. So hey, I'm going with what the community is theorizing here. If it's actually just a new Elestral as well, that's pretty cool. Like just not even in Nexus form, but this might be our potential reveal of Dougie. What do you guys think?
Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. That's all in my head like right now every time I hear that name. So I just need like someone to do like an edit.
Oh yeah, there he is. There he is. Yeah. I think the big thing that's really like kind of convincing the community is like the little teeth. It looks kind of like a
like Eddie's.
Like yeah, it looks a little bit like an Eddie. I hope if this is actually Dougie, that would be amazing. Either way, I'm excited. I'm excited for whatever this Elestral is gonna be. But yeah, any final thoughts before we sign off, guys?
Unban Earthquake. That's all I gotta say.
Free Equilinks.
No, stop.
Yes.
I see people. No.
How is Growth going to actually? How is Growth going to do its out its back row? I think Earth is actually screwed.
Next set, we're getting a 5/5 Equilinks champion Demeter. That's it searches Demeter because we don't have a Dem Searcher for some fucking reason, and then it goes Nexus 2 or up to 2, pop a back row for each card Nexus. Yeah, and you can Nexus to multiple things. You don't have to Nexus 2 at once. You can Nexus 1 and 1. That's what we fucking do.
So
give me Equilinks, champ of Dem.
Seems balanced.
Seems very balanced.
Balance. It's a 5/5.
It's a 5/5.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Hey, it loses to Whale.
It does lose the
Or
All right.
search his dem, and then you can use Demeter on your opponent's turn. Let's just hire me. I got you.
Elestrals don't do that. All right. Anyway, all right. I'm Log. We're the R Buddies. Thank you, everyone, for coming out for today's episode. We're trying to get these more consistently. So, hey, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Hey, hit that bell notification when we actually start posting again. We got some deck lists that we're working on that Sylvie's been yelling at me for not getting the thumbnails done. So, so we got some deck lists from Kissimmee coming out soon. Also, hey, back Elestrals Awaken on Kickstarter right now. Also, we don't have. I don't think anyone of us have one. So hey, use Steuben's creator code as well.
Please,
in the
do.
shop.
We'll be mad if we don't shout it out. Please.
Yeah, I'll get an angry message later if you don't. But
it's back in the box. I don't want to go back in the box.
Anyway, thanks everyone for coming out. We'll see you guys next time.